Okay, so I know we heading into Tuesday. It was like one, two, 423. That's where we at now. It's 423, right? Yeah. Cause 420 was Saturday. This is then it was Sunday, Monday, 21, 22, 122. Yeah. Cause Saturday, yeah, Saturday was the 20th. I have to go. I have to go back in time to know what time it is. I just been asleep. I don't know. Some of y'all just think I'm a straight up lunatic. He's like, you just got wishful thinking on your part. There's only one God. There is a God. I know there's a God. Let me say, why are you so passionate about the God thing? Let me tell you something about God. Seriously. For those of you who don't even know that you believe there's a God, I'm going to tell you why I know there is one. I was a kid. I was scared. And when I couldn't cry out to mom and daddy to protect me, the only person I could cry out to who did hear me was him. It's just, he was there. I said, I can't say because there's something in here trying to get me. He just protected me. Man, you just didn't say, well, you just reprogrammed your whole mindset. First and foremost, there's things that I have never once contemplated that he has shown me. So I didn't reprogram anything. He taught me. He was kind. Now, you sitting there saying, well, why won't he help you now? Well, first off, who's saying he's not? I told you, I keep telling him I'm going out on the street. He said, you ain't going out on the street. I have need for you to speak for me. Now, do I like what the lessons are because they're interactive? No. I don't like them at all. And you know, he got mad at me too. He caught my attitude. But at the same time, he never holds it against me. But you know, he said, look, I'm not making it easy for you. You just is innocent in his eyes. I said, I'm not innocent, but you know, he said, we also say fool too, because let me use the fool card and describe it. What do you say about me? That shit is real messed up. That's funny. And then, like I said, yesterday I went out to that store. And then he was like, yeah, you also have enough money to do your laundry too. Because I want to do my laundry. He said, you act like I don't hear anything you ask. I said, I can't even do my laundry. Not that I really that much. We have dirty clothes. But I mean, I have some dirty clothes. You know, it's like a load. I got the soap and all that kind of stuff. He said, but now you need, the machines are right there on the corner. I said, I ain't got no money to put in those machines. You got enough to put in those machines now. I still have to keep this phone on. He said, you act like I don't know what you have, what you don't have, when you need it, when you gonna need it. I mean, seriously. And then I be like, Miss Maggie in my corner propping me up. Because she's a woman of faith. And she said, Carlos, if he done told you some shit, the shit gonna happen. He also knows if as angry as I am at people, I still don't want to see them suffer. And I have to get used to watching you suffer because you did this shit to yourself. You say, I ain't doing anything. Okay, first off, who makes up the police force? You know, the people that get shot up. And why do you make mistakes? You overwork, you overtired, what's the deal? And then at the same time, who are you people who are in the military who come back with PTSD and all that kind of shit, and at the same time talking about you did all this service, but at the same time I'm about fight for, you fought for my rights, but at the same time what? Now Colin Kaepernick can't play football because of what? He didn't want to stand up and hold his hand over his heart for a flag. That really, I mean, if anything, now he had his own reasons for doing it. He talked to some military people to find out the best way to still show respect. But the thing is, what I saw was him praying for this country. And at the same time, you sitting there talking about what everybody has religious freedom, but at the same time, they don't have a right. I mean, that's Nazism, that shit right there. When you sit there and talk about they have to salute something that you're praying for. I don't even want to talk to you people about what you look like to me. And you say, well, don't even talk. Again. That's some Nazism. When you sit there and tell me, now I cannot speak my mind in this fucked up country. So, no, God is not sitting there testing me. He's testing you. What you gonna stand for, what you gonna submit to, and at the same time, how you feel about his son, who is a straight up nigga as far as you concerned. And at the same time, who you fighting for? We know we ain't fighting for me. So seriously, you gonna kick me to the curb. So who you? Who you want to be? Where do you want to be? Where you think you're going? I mean, I see many white people in the news talking about God spared them, as I've seen anybody else. And the thing is, I don't have a problem with that. They just who they are. I thought, that's nice. I told you. You remember Moses and Jalen? I think they showed that shit on Sunday. Easter Sunday. The news came on late. They only had like 50 minutes of news. 15 minutes, something like that. And normally they start show the Ten Commandments on Easter, but see, I don't really have a TV. So I just look at shit online. And, but they'll broadcast the news online. And I said, oh, no, Ten Commandments must be on. First and foremost, I don't give a fuck who you are. But if you white and then you played a part in that movie, that means you act like you were there. Much less what it means. So, if you don't understand the part that you actually ever tried to play, don't sit there and tell somebody who actually might be descendants of that land or that particular time that they don't know what they're talking about. And if you sit there and say, well, you don't have the right to say that. Motherfuckers, you put on red face to play, Native Americans, so you could do cowboy and western movies. Now, the time you made those movies, you didn't hire those people. First off, they would have looked at you and said, what's wrong with you? You think I want to relive my most painful time? As you sit there and try and paint yourself as some glorified hero, you ain't a glorified anything. You're a glorified idiot. Do you really want me to tell you what I think about people? especially when it comes down to Hollywood. I told you, the Orville is rehashing stories from Star Trek. And they all have to do the same thing. It's us getting along. There's these so-called race of people. The last episode they had this planet where they took it one step further. It goes in, what was it? TNG had an episode that had to do with like these people who were, I think the girl name was Jen or whatever, but whatever. They were like these neutral sex people. I mean, basically, they were not masculine or female, but some of them in secret were like female. You know, and so, you know, they gravitated toward, you know, wanting to be feminine. And the commander fell in love with him. He was trying to rescue her. They had already brainwashed her. But anyway, Orville, they got these, they ain't really Klingon. They look like some kind of Klingon knockoff. And all they want is, you know, basically a masculine race. I mean, shit was just, I'm sorry, because they had this kid. I mean, homeboy had, well, the other guy gave birth to the egg, and the other guy held the egg. It was funny. That shit was hysterical. And then the little kid, because he got two papas now, he don't know how to behave. But it was a girl. They had to do some sexual surgery, corrective surgery on, you know, her, whatever. I don't know how they did that shit, but they did. So, anyway, they had transported these other people to this planet where they had a kid. It was a girl. And they were trying to give her to some sanctuary. And they brought back this other lady, one who was female. I know y'all like, huh? What? What you talking about? I'm telling you that they did a whole fucking hour of television about that shit. That they did not want to be who they were. Meaning that they didn't want you to sit there and tell them that who they were was not fit to live. Even though people were ready to go, I mean, they were ready to break ranks and go to war behind some bullshit. Which was going to let everybody vulnerable. It's a union. Oh, what they call themselves? They don't call themselves a federation. They call themselves a union. Union Alliance or whatever. All these different nations, these weird entities or creatures or whatever. I mean, it's just futuristic shit. Gene Roddenberry came up with that idea back in the 60s. That's how I learned about Star Trek. I mean, just looking at it. It was like an idea. But it wasn't really that far-fetched because mankind has been searching for that shit forever. Peaceful coexistence with one another. But y'all still determined to just blow each other up. Seriously. Now, if you really want to piss the world off, I'm done mine in a proper way. I'll say put Buttigieg in office because he's funny. Because first off, he's a Rhodes Scholar. He speaks all these different languages, and you have all these countries out there that don't want to talk to somebody who's gay, much less say holding hands coming off Air Force One with his what do you call it? His mate in chief. That shit would be hysterical. But I don't think y'all ready to do that yet. Because I told you, y'all ain't that progressive. Y'all still can't even figure out how to make a cake for them. Much less what is just supposed to be sanctioned. Even though the Supreme Court told you. And you keep taking shit back to the Supreme Court. okay, we just gonna change to make up the court, and then they got I mean, put a robe on somebody. What they supposed to do? All of a sudden, be wiser. They gonna be who they are when they got in there. I told you, I don't even want to talk to you no more. I'm tired. I'm so tired. Yeah, it's getting later. I was supposed to post this shit too. Psalms 94. And 394. Yeah. Yeah, Psalm 93, 94. Let me go ahead and post that shit. I'll talk to y'all later. Have a good day. Bye.